The wind howled through the empty courtyard of Blackridge Mansion, carrying with it the faint scent of roses and blood. Elena Ward stood at the balcony, her crimson dress swaying in the breeze, a glass of wine trembling in her hand. The night was still, young, and so was her revenge. 2 years ago, this mansion had been the stage of her downfall. 2 years ago, she had trusted the wrong man, Damon Hale, her business partner, her lover, and the very person who had destroyed her. Together they had built Ward and Hale Designs, a company that promised a future of luxury and beauty. But Damon's ambition had no limits. He forged her signature, framed her for fraud, and when the police came knocking, he stood silent, watching as she was dragged away in handcuffs. Elena had spent 18 months behind bars, thinking of every word he said, every promise he broke, every smile that hid a dagger. And now she was free. But she wasn't the same Elena anymore. She returned to the city like a ghost from the past, silent, graceful, and dangerous. She changed her name, her style, even her voice. No one recognized her. No one except the shadows she moved through. Damon was now a celebrated businessman, engaged to socialite Miranda Cross. Their engagement party was to be held at, of all places, Blackridge Mansion, the same venue where Elena and Damon had once planned their future together. Fate, she thought, had a dark sense of humor. The night of the party arrived in a blur of champagne and glitter. The mansion was alive again, laughter, music, and lights flooding every hall. But amidst the joy, a single woman in a red dress moved like fire through the crowd. "Who's that?" whispered one of the guests. "No idea," replied another. "But she looks familiar." Damon's gaze found her instantly. The confidence in her posture, the mystery in her smile. She was magnetic. When their eyes met, something flickered in his expression, a hint of recognition. But before he could speak, she turned away. "Would you like to dance?" she asked, her voice soft and deliberate. He smiled, drawn in like a moth to a flame. "I thought you'd never ask." As they danced, she leaned closer. "Tell me, Mr. Hale," she whispered, "do you ever regret your sins?" He froze for a second, a flash of confusion, then a smirk. "Regret is for those who lose," he said. Her smile widened. "Then I hope you remember that when you do." An hour later, chaos erupted. News spread like wildfire. Damon Hale's private files had been leaked. Evidence of embezzlement, fraud, and blackmail, everything he had done to climb his way to the top. Reporters flooded the mansion. Investors turned pale. Miranda screamed as Damon tried to explain, but the truth was undeniable. And amidst the storm, Elena walked away, calm, silent, victorious. But it wasn't over. When Damon finally caught up to her in the garden, rage filled his eyes. "It was you," he hissed. "You ruined me." Elena turned, the moonlight catching the scar on her wrist, a reminder of the night he left her broken. "No, Damon," she said coldly. "You ruined yourself. I just showed them who you really are." He stepped closer, his voice shaking. "You think this makes you better than me?" She smiled faintly. "No, it just makes us even." A gunshot shattered the night. The guests screamed, running out to see Damon on the ground, clutching his shoulder, blood seeping through his white shirt. The gun lay a few feet away, not in Elena's hand, but his. He had tried to kill her. The security cameras, however, told the story differently. By dawn, Damon Hale was in police custody, the same way Elena had been 2 years ago. Weeks later, Elena sat once again at the balcony of Blackridge Mansion, this time with peace instead of bitterness. The company was hers again. The city whispered her name. The woman who rose from ashes and made the devil pay. She closed her eyes as the wind touched her face, whispering through the crimson sky. Revenge had been her prison once, but tonight it felt like freedom.